The India alliance formed to unite against the BJP is facing internal rifts, raising doubts about the bloc's ability to present a united front against the BJP. Now, as seat-sharing discussions stall, these struggles continue between the Congress and its probable allies. What's the state of play right now at the India alliance talks? Joining me to discuss more on the prospects of this alliance are Jayanta Bhattacharya, senior journalist, my colleague Brijesh Pandey here in the studio with me. Jayanta, I want to start by asking you, 80 seats where the India alliance are going to be fighting each other. How do you see this kind of disunity at the states, unity at the center, this dichotomy playing out as they take on the BJP and the NDA?
What I believe is that any pre-poll alliance is not an easy equation wherein the left hand side will equal the right hand side. And one more important thing that you mentioned while introducing the topic of discussion today is that Congress and its allies. Yeah. So you need a party which has a say, which is in control of the situation politically as well as geographically, so that it can negotiate. Right. But here what we see is with the regional satraps, the Congress is joining whether they want it or not, but they have to join the discussion table and they have to sort out things, which in many places are not happening. What we see in perhaps in West Bengal, what we see in Punjab, what we see in Maharashtra is just a reflection of that aspect only. Now, Delhi, Bihar, to some extent Uttar Pradesh, they have been comparatively easier, but they still have to thrash out. And what I believe, what I've been told is perhaps by the end of this week, before this week ends, with all probabilities, the Maharashtra issue may be settled among the alliance partners. And on top of that, when they are talking to each of these allies, they have actually come out of the Congress itself. So at heart, they started off with politically an anti-Congress stand for various reasons. So all these things put together, there are regional interests to be taken care of, political aspects that have to be taken care of. That is why I started off by saying that this equation may not be so easy to match between the left and the right side.
Brijesh, how is this different from what happened in 2019?
Well, I think, what is happening right now is that the Congress is being too clever by half. The reason I'm saying this is that if you look at the 5 state assembly elections, all the regional parties which were aligned with the Congress party, they all said that let's settle this seat sharing issue before we go to the Vidhan Sabha elections. Assembly polls in 5 states. Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh and others. The problem with the Congress party is that at that point of time, Congress thought that we are going to win 3 states and that will increase our stature within the I.N.D.I alliance combined. And they started stalling the queries of their alliance partners. And if you remember, the famous jibe of Nitish Kumar, where he said that when a reporter asked him a question about, sir, what is the potential there? Why don't you go and ask the Congress party, which is busy fighting assembly elections, but they have no idea about how to take on Modi in the national election. What happened was that post the loss, the first thing which they did was call up their ally partner. But that time, everybody had understood that Congress is regional +1 and nothing more.
Regional
+1. In the sense that, they are in 2-3 states. First among equals. I mean, how is Rahul Gandhi more important than Mamata Banerjee or say, for example, in any other place? It beats me. So the biggest problem with the Congress party is they have been indecisive right from the word go. Too clever by half, thinking that this will enhance my stature. It ended up puncturing your stature. The second thing is their inability to understand the situation on the ground and always punching above their weight. They say the situation in Bihar. We want 16 seats, we want 15 seats. You will not be able to win 5 seats on your own. So you have to be realistic vis-a-vis the number of seats your regional satrap is fighting, which is capable of winning. They were said to be the reason why Tejasvi Yadav could not fight the government, because Congress took a large chunk and the conversion rate was abysmal.
And which is why he's sitting in the opposition.
The same was with Akhilesh Yadav. We want 40 seats, we want 30 seats. So, this constant bickering also leaves a bitter taste in these regional satraps who have cut their teeth. They are doing more politics day in, day out than Rahul Gandhi does in a month.
Right.
So, this is the reason why this alliance, so there's a fissures within the alliance, is majority, 70% I would say, is because of the Congress inept attitude.
Very, very interesting points there. Jayanta, what Brijesh just mentioned, the fact that the Congress is now a shadow of its former self.
Absolutely.
And winnability of the Congress is actually the elephant in the room, which it is unprepared to answer. How badly is this going to affect the India Alliance's prospects in the days ahead?
I totally agree with Brijesh, a point that he has put forward, that the Congress is not able to somehow convert. When going into elections, they will want their own pound of flesh, but in the end, they are not able to deliver. Whether I remember right now when I see talking about Uttar Pradesh, 2017, I beg your pardon. In 2017, they called it UP ke ladke.
Yes.
Wherein Rahul Gandhi, the Congress leader, and Akhilesh Yadav, the Samajwadi Party leader, hand in hand, they campaigned from an open automobile asking for votes. What happened? There was a slide, a bad slide. It was disastrous, for both of them and more for the Congress. When they went their different paths, the Samajwadi Party did much better, not the Congress. They did worse. If I remember correctly, the Samajwadi attained the Nelsons. I've been 111 seats, if I remember correctly. So we should not, of course, compare Vidhan Sabha elections with Lok Sabha. But that kind of a picture comes to my mind again about UP ke ladke joining hands once again, despite the difference. And it's very similar what happened in 2017. That time also there were lots of misunderstanding, lots of complaints. They came together at the last moment. Same thing was being repeated, is being repeated right now also. So let us see what happened. Again, if you see in Bihar, again I will give the example of the last election, Vidhan Sabha election, wherein all these Mahagathbandhan, where even Nitish Kumar was there as the face. The left did pretty well. They raised their tally, which in the last few years, I don't think once upon a time the CPI used to be very powerful, but not later on. But when these three main left parties, that is the CPI MLL Liberation, the CPIM Marxist, and the CPI Communist Party of India, all three of them went together. They did very well. But look at the Congress, they were not able to convert. So that is why I started off by saying that here, when we are talking about Congress and its allies, the Congress has to come up, as a national party, in a way, not in that way, but still the big brother. But they are not able to do so. As Brijesh rightly pointed out, maybe a state party plus not one, maybe half.
Right, not one plus, but half. I mean, he's cut it down by 50%. But can we expect anything from the manifesto, Brijesh? We're looking forward to the
manifesto. What we have been given to understand, Sandeep, is that they will go back to they will provide larger seas, give, all the kind of freebies will be promised, all the guarantees to, we will give 1 lakh rupees to individual per year to individual, or especially females who are not working anywhere, they don't fall into the bracket, return of OPS Raj and all. But see, if you look at the way they are functioning, their alliance partner in West Bengal. You on one side you are reaching out to Mamata Banerjee, and but you should know how she is. She is very mercurial, but she's also very headstrong when it comes to certain things. And the tweet of Derek O'Brien pretty much sums up what's wrong with the Congress. That the reason why we are not going with Congress is Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, and Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary. So you have these loose cannons who you're not able to control them. Then you think that you're still not haven't gotten out of that megalomania of the past, that we are the one, we are the rulers and the inheritors of this earth. So this dichotomy is something which is not allowing Congress to have a clear picture of what lies ahead.
This dichotomy is something that's not allowing the Congress to get a clear picture, but that's the elephant in the room, the fact that the winnability of the Congress is a major issue, and the INDI alliance doublespeak is actually a result of this fact, that the regional parties are not sure that the Congress can win seats on its own, and which is why they prefer to fight the BJP in their own regional states. And thank you very much, Jayanta, for highlighting this huge problem, this huge elephant in the room. And Brijesh, of course, this is an issue that's going to bedevil the India alliance in the days ahead as we head into the general elections. Thanks for watching.
Streaming on News9 Plus. News is now content. Subscribe and get free vouchers.